Look at this view. What the? Pandora's Tower. Walking around my house. Yep, I'm still looking at this storyline. You get to come back to this main little hub world. It's just a big house on a little island. You have your little girlfriend. You're trying to, keep her cheered up as she slowly turns into a devoid, ugly monster. And you have to give her gifts and etc. It sounds a little annoying, a little, derived, but it's actually fun. I love trying to give her gifts and try to cheer her up. And whenever I come back home seeing her look like crap, always brings the feeling home that this is a game where you're in dire need to hurry up before your girlfriend gets a big acne attack. And it's not only that, the little gifts she gets, she really appreciates, while he just awkwardly stares at her constantly. This big hub world of yours, you can just run and kind of do like a Mario-esque transfer around the location. You notice that the world is actually connected, really metal-like, by freaking big chains. The world is actually falling apart on itself, and we have to try to, fix this. Someone has to. You can also create weapons and items and get material to upgrade your weapons like usual. It's an RPG, so you're gonna see this stuff, have seen this stuff before. The whole management system of your actual inventory works pretty well. You kind of do the little puzzle-esque feel to it. You also have this ability to take people's hearts. You point the Wii remote at the screen, and you kind of, after you defeat an enemy, rip the heart with your Wii remote with a little waggle fest going on, but it works really well. The monsters that are the biggest enemies of each tower, as you will, because there's about 16 towers, you take their hearts and you're able to fix your... Oh my gosh. She's an acne attack again. Ugh. I hate coming back home to see her like that. You give her these hearts and she'll be, for the time being, help. There's also little swing sections, parts where you can use your chain in different ways to figure out puzzles. And you basically just be breaking the chains to finish this game in each little tower.
Like After Effect or whatever it is. I don't know what you call it. Like, basically.
So now that we've rampaged through everything, mostly, let's go through the nitty-gritty. You can save at your little desk and kind of transcribe what you're doing in your game. You have a limited amount of items you can actually carry on request, so you're going to often be coming back to your little trunk and placing your items in there. It's all categorized pretty well with your gifts and your actual weapons, etc. Your little girlfriend, you can give her, food on the way because your meter will be going down. She'll sleep after eating food, so you can't really continuously feed her to keep her little acne-ridden face safe. The little side meter on the side, you see it's like a little circle. Eventually, if it goes down completely, she'll fully transform into the demon that she has become. And then her boyfriend will just walk out the door and never come back. At this point, you can also call your little helper, this grotesque woman, and she will give you little items that really come in handy. And she'll even buy little things and extra flesh you find your way. Really nice woman, but she looks scary as crap. Your health meter is on the bottom, and you have an assortment of moves, and you can unlock new things. But everything's really done really well, even in between scenes, and the way you can kind of transgress through the game with such great visuals, for the Wii at least. There's a lot of things you can figure out that you couldn't come to before, kind of like Zelda-ish, where you can unlock new abilities, find little items like in the crevices like that. They have a varied amount of actual things to fight against. They kind of evolve, I would say. Eventually they get wings, and they can kind of rumble through the area. You have flying creatures that you need to grab with your Wii Remote's chain ability. You can kind of grab them in the air and just kind of throw them around the area if you feel like it. Or even attach two different animals together and kind of make it so they can't run away while you attack them. It's really intuitive, and the controls are just really almost nearly perfect, I would say. And the fighting is just really dynamic. If there's anything else I could really say, it is kind of annoying to have to come back in and out of the zoom, unless you're really pointing the Wii Remote at the screen the entire time. But it's not too annoying at all. Get used to it, and the little chain you have can always be retrieved after you throw it out. You even have a little dodge button and a block button. It's really good gameplay here. You're going to get a lot to do with this game. The music itself is just nice and effective. It's nothing you haven't seen before, but it's there. It's great. You're not gonna be buying the soundtrack anytime soon, but it's just fine. And also the actual game, the storyline, it's kind of simple and at first, but it works really well. You don't really want it to be too complicated to begin with. You just want to get in there and kind of have a good time, and it gets you right into the nick of things very quickly. As even on the first mission, you're already doing a ton of stuff. You can look at it this way, that the game does get a little more complicated later on. Eventually, the storyline gets a little more interesting, and it's very quick. You're not gonna sit down playing this game for 100 hours. It's gonna be about 15, maybe 20 minutes. I mean, 20 hours. What am I saying? And it's not gonna be too bad. It's not gonna be too bad of a ride. You're gonna not have to see the same old monsters over and over again for like 100 hours. So let's just enjoy it as it is. I feel like you guys should try this game out, and it's not too long at all. So make sure you give it a little try. As always, the reviewcell.webs.com. I highly recommend this game for the Wii, and I think it's a buy. And donate to Sickle Cell Research as always.